Nation, my name is Brennan Freeble, your anchor for this week, and welcome to the HPS Upload, where we'll upload the latest news for you to download. At Hettinger Public School, we empower students to reach their full potential. Now please stand to say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now on to our short stories. During Halloween, there was an annual pumpkin carving in kindergarten with the help of Miss Block's STEM class, and 3rd through 6th grade had a great afternoon with STEM stations and our annual Scary Stories. Now for breakfast and lunch this week. Monday, lunch will be goulash with bread. Tuesday, breakfast will be pancakes with ham patties. Lunch will be chicken fajitas. Wednesday, breakfast will be Long Johns or cereal, and lunch will be pulled pork sandwich and baked beans. Thursday, breakfast will be cheese omelets with links, lunch will be chicken pot pie, and for Friday, breakfast will be biscuits and sausage gravy, and lunch will be chili with caramel rolls. Announcements. Silent reading will be 3rd period this week. Bring a book. What was it again? I think Kylie? Yeah, she told me to say it was Addison's birthday. Happy birthday, I guess. Anyways, attention all students, faculty, and staff of Hettinger Public School, you are invited to the school performance of The Board by Laverne Kerr. Follow the story of a man trying to cure his sore toe. The play will be performing on Wednesday, November 6th at 2:30 p.m. in the Big Gym. We hope to see you there. ACT testing will be Wednesday, November 6th for all testers starting at 8:05. 9 to 12, sign yourself up for the free turkey lunch at the WRHS Foundation's Community Turkey Luncheon on November 7th. You must sign up to get the free turkey meal in the office. Also, the class with the greatest percentage of sign-ups, and then attendance at the Lutheran Church for the lunch, will receive free pizza and pop, plus video game tokens at Fossil Fuel for a class party. There will be a girls' wrestling meeting for all interested girls in grades 7 to 12 at 12 o'clock in the small gym today. Hope to see you there, Coach Berwick. No, I said Coach Berwick. Yeah, sorry. National Honor Society meeting today, 12:20, Miss Olson's room. ACT test Wednesday, 8:05, meet in Miss Olson's room for turkey luncheon Thursday. Get signed up in Miss Henderson's office ASAP. And now, let's go to this week's story about New Science Initiative at HPS by Lyric.
This week's story explores the exciting world of science and STEM at Hettinger Public School, featuring our participation in Science Olympiad and the latest developments in science education. Now, let's turn to Miss Block, Mrs. Schneider, and Trevor Daly for an insightful discussion about the future of science education at HPS.
How do you think this project will go for future, like Science-O stuff, or just anything that you think would help improve the education for science?
You know, I'm really excited about Science-O this year. I have 45 kids already signed up, and I'm hoping for a few more. With that many kids, it'll be the highest number we've ever had. I can take up to 60 kids to our regional competition in Dickinson, and then from that, we can take 2 of the 4 teams onto state if we qualify.
Okay. So, what are you doing for a project right now for Science-O, or just anything science related?
So right now my class is learning to fly drones. They're actually practicing that right now in the background. You may hear a buzzing sound. They're using drone simulators to learn how to do that, to practice before we fly the actual drones. We are starting to get ready for Science Olympiad. The state has sent out that we're ready to register, and Dickinson has sent out the start of what we're going to be doing. They have the practice problems ready for us. So we are ready to get going anytime.
What do you and the other students feel about this project?
Well, it's going pretty good, I think. We just finished the training videos and got our certificate online. Now we're doing some flight simulators on some computers, which is going pretty okay.
Okay.
I always have things up my sleeve for science. I have field trips planned and stuff like that. My goal is to get the kids out of my room as much as possible because I'm not really the expert in a lot of these things that I'm teaching. So the 6th grade got to just go to the airport and talk to James and Michael Lindquist about airplanes and aerodynamics and all that type of stuff, which is really, really cool. 7th grade is going to the hospital in November, and they're going to learn about the different fields in medical. 6th grade will be going on a STEAM field trip at the end of the school year. 5th grade went on a trip, and it was a little bit more biology based and ecosystem. So yeah, I mean, my goal is to get people in and out of this room and do cool things. So the future of our science program, we got a really big grant that we've been really working on. It's been a lot of work, but it's called the HPS Botanical Initiative, and basically it's all about plants. And our goal is to teach students about vertical farming and hydroponics, which is why we got that new hydroponics in this cafeteria. If you've seen, we just got it set up today. We are working on a greenhouse and teaching students like food to table stuff, like where does the food that you eat come from? And then the big one, people have maybe seen the new benches out in the front. We're trying to make like an outdoor classroom space and also focus on the ecosystem and environment and how we can co-inhabit with the environment and then the natural species that are supposed to live there, like the insects, the plants, stuff like that, birds. So we're gonna make a rain garden / pollinator garden and try to grow some different species and have students track them and kind of understand what species should be out here in our neighborhoods and stuff like that before humans came in and turned it all into grass.
Thank you, Lyric, for that story. Also, slight correction, silent reading is 4th period this week. Sorry for the accident. Now, before we begin today's Homeroom Ac Olympics questions, I think I said that wrong. Now, before we begin today's Homeroom Ac Olympics question, we would like to review 3 rules. 1. Your teacher must submit the answer using the link in the description below this video. Students can submit if they have a sub that day, but please know Mr. J will check. 2. The first group to answer correctly will get 2 points instead of 1. And 3. Any answers submitted after weather are disqualified. Again, your teacher must submit the answer using the link in the description below this video. Students can submit if they have a sub that day, but please know Mr. J will check. 2. The first group to answer correctly will get 2 points instead of 1. And any answers submitted after weather are disqualified. And now today's homeroom question. Which scientist is known for the 3 laws of motion? A. Albert Einstein. B. Isaac Newton. C. Galileo Galilei. Or D. Nikola Tesla. Find out the answer after today's weather. Now, let's go to Brianna with sports.
A lot of volleyball last week. Now let's go look at those scores. Volleyball versus Richardson Taylor Raiders. C Squad lost 1-2, JV won 2-1, and Varsity won 3-0. Versus Killdeer Cowboys, C Squad, JV, and Varsity all won 3-0. Now for highlights. Nighthawks versus Raiders. Katie Buckmeyer with a kill, making the score 14-25. Sorry. Layla Jensen with a kill. Sophie Kennedy with an ace. Katie Buckmeyer with a kill, making that score 13-14. Layla Jensen with a block. And Layla Jensen with another block, making the score 16-25. And one more block by Katie Buckmeyer, making the score 6-9. Sports this week, volleyball Tuesday, C Squad, JV, and Varsity versus Bowman County at home. And Friday, there might be Varsity Regionals play-in, matters how the games go. Thank you. Back to you, Brennan.
Thank you. And now, on to From the Internet. And now, let's go to Dylan with some weather.
Thank you, Brennan. This is your weather outside right now. It is currently 38 degrees. It's quite sunny, don't see much for clouds. It also seems to be quite windy. Now let's look at your weather for this week. On Monday, you'll have a high of 46 with a low of 28, and it'll be mostly sunny. On Tuesday, you'll have a high of 49 and a low of 26, with a little more cloud than Monday. On Wednesday, it'll be a high of 48 and a low of 29, with quite a bit of clouds. And on Thursday, you'll have a high of 56 with a low of 34. It'll be a little bit warmer. On Friday, you'll be mostly sunny with a high of 54 and a low of 32. On Saturday, it'll be about the same as Friday with a high of 55 and a low of 32. And on Sunday, it'll be very cloudy with a high of, I think, 55 and a low of 31. That's your weather this week. Now back to Brennan.
Thank you for that weather report, Dylan. And now, to wrap up our broadcast, the answer to today's question was B, Isaac Newton. We would also like to thank Francis, our producer, for helping us make today's broadcast possible. And that's this week's news broadcast. Please like and subscribe to support this channel. We will see you next week, Monday at 9.
Even if it's your first time, you'll feel welcomed here. We also provide you with all the tools you need to make a transaction. Anything from coin sorters, machines, check-ins, loans, and drive-thrus. We have you covered. Who are we? Dakota Western Bank.
I'm growing up on a farm. I care for all creatures, and someday, maybe the two-legged kind.
I'm a gymnast. I want to